Welcome to the Narrate podcast, where we aim to tell God's story with our lives. We'll be continuing to post the Sunday message each week, but we want to dive a little deeper and offer some content to supplement your life with God, and that's where our Beyond Sunday series comes in. Join Adam and Narrate staff as they provide thoughtful discussions, ideas, and interviews that go beyond the message you'll hear on Sunday. Okay, hi. I'm sitting down with Alissa Heaton. She's our student director, and we're attempting to do a student wrap-up,
yes,
student year wrap-up podcast, so she can just tell us all things students and all the good things they did, the awesome things coming up. So everybody has that information, especially if you're not connected to the student world. It's kind of fun to get to hear those updates. Or you have
updates. Students going into or leaving elementary and going into the middle and high school space.
What to expect.
Yeah.
All those things. So welcome, Alissa.
Thank you.
Tell us about the student groups we have right now.
Yeah, so right now we have 3 different student groups. We have our middle school group, which I lead with my husband Jake, and then Jason and Cole Klein have joined us this year, which has been absolutely fantastic. And Anna Cooney was also a wonderful helper when we were able to get her. And so we have our main middle school group, and then we also have a freshman sophomore group that was led by Dwayne and Taylor Pressinger. Nice. And then we had your junior senior group, which was Hannah and Scott that led that one. And so, yeah, great
awesome
groups.
So what stood out about all the student stuff this year? That's a loaded question.
It is a loaded question. Well, since it was the first year being on staff, which I think was really fun, because I just feel like I had so much more time to dedicate to the students, and I feel like I was just really able to connect with all our volunteers a little bit more too. But I don't know, I just love all of our kids, and especially this middle school group right now is just so much fun, and getting to have some kids who aren't always part of Narrate join us was really fun too. And
because how many of those did you have?
We had 3 consistent ones that came like from the very beginning, and
just like as friends of Narrate kids. Okay.
Yeah, as friends of, and then they just stuck with it, and they would show up without their friend every once in a while. It was really fun. So like they actually had a good time. They kept coming back, and we had we did a Super Bowl party this year, which was really fun. And so we had a lot of just new energy, and especially being in 326 this year too for the first time was a lot of fun. So it was.
And you guys did your end of the year barbecue this past Sunday. How did that go?
It was great. It became an indoor end of the year barbecue instead of outdoor, because the weather's so lovely. But it was a lot of fun. We played cornhole. We had our sub soccer game out and played that, and there was a lot going on, and good food, and it was also the cleanest we've ever, had.
Which
326 at the end of the night, and there was so much more food.
An actual dinner event.
Exactly.
The cleanest.
Yes, I don't even think there was a chip on the floor, which I don't know how that happened, but it was impressive.
So I just love hearing about your updates on our Tuesday morning staff meeting, when you kind of get to loop us into what did we do on Sunday, like who was there, what was kind of the vibe. You always have funny stories. Do you have favorite moments that stick out from the year?
We did make them. We had one volunteer cover their face in shaving cream, and then we threw M&Ms at them, and that was really fun.
To see if they would stick?
Yes, or see which group. I think we did boys versus girls, and we were trying to see which group could get the most M&Ms to stick to their face, and then we quickly learned that M&Ms get swallowed up into shaving cream.
Nice.
So it was very interesting, messy process, but we got it figured out.
Right.
It was very fun.
And I always loved, like, Hannah will share about her and Scott's group, and she kind of talked about the food being the main thing with the high schoolers. Like, they loved Scott's mac and cheese and the pizza, and just like that was kind of their like circle point.
Yes, and I got to hear a lot of good things about Dwayne and Taylor's group too. And nice. They had a group of very involved kids, so their group, their numbers were smaller, but they kept coming back and really valued their time with them, which is awesome. And they had a lot of fun and talked about some great things from what I was heard. And so they had a lot of fun too. They got to go to the movies because they met on Tuesdays. They would go do discount movie nights some nights, which is super cool.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. So they had a great group too, from what I've heard.
Good. So, I mean, one of the the thing that stands out to me the most is always the food, right? Like, you're always talking about the great food that you give them.
Kids love food.
And snacks.
Yeah, so one thing that we tried to do this year is because the kids love cookies. Middle schoolers love cookies.
Shocker.
Middle school boys love cookies. And so one way was like, I'm kind of tired of buying the same Costco cookies over and over and over and over. So this year we put it out to everybody at Narrate to, hey, you want to make cookies? We'd love to have you, be able to minister in that way of showing kids that they're loved by other people by just bringing cookies. And they absolutely loved it. And
because you had a lot of takers.
We did. Yeah, we had 4 or 5 consistent people that brought them on a once a month kind of basis, or we had a couple people that were like, oh, we'll just bring them whenever, just tell us and we've got cookies for you, and which is great because they were like, we were going to bake them anyway, and I don't need to eat them all, so let me bring them to you. And it was fun because every week they'd come in and be like, oh, what kind of cookies do we have this week?
That is fun.
I did watch one kid eat an entire pan of Rice Krispie treats throughout the 2 hours.
You're just like, my stomach
wait a
hurts just
second.
watching you.
Yes, pretty much. They're crazy. They're wild.
And then you go through like chips.
Oh,
and like just all the Costco goodness.
All the Costco goodies. They love chips. This group is funny because they're not as adventurous of eaters. So we couldn't, we brought in the weird flavors every once in a while, and they were like, yeah, no.
Or what? Did you have Do you have anyone that likes spicy?
The hot Cheetos are always a hit.
Okay.
So we will sneak those in every once in a while. But we brought in, Jason and Cole brought the wrap snacks, the Snoop Dogg chips.
Yeah.
They weren't sure about those.
Oh, no.
It's all good.
Did they try them at least?
They tried them, and then they were like, these are disgusting.
Oh, no.
I was like, I don't think they're that bad. They're just not Doritos. It was fun.
And Hannah and Scott, I know, did a thing where, like, if it was the student's birthday, they got to pick the dinner. Yeah. It was kind of a fun idea.
We bring a treat. So we would be like, all right, your birthday's coming up. And I think almost all of our middle schoolers during the school year had a birthday on a Sunday.
Nice.
So it's like, are you going to be there for your birthday? And they were like, yes. And I'm like, sweet, what do you want?
Come on,
So we had brownies, we had donuts, we had all kinds of random fun. One year I think somebody wanted just pickles. So we had a variety of pickles. It was like, whatever. It's your birthday.
That plus donuts.
Luckily, they're not always at the same time. So one birthday at a time.
Well, and what I love about that is like just giving them this fun, like safe environment, but really then you're also giving them this Bible lesson of some sort, like mixed in there and kind of meeting them where they're at. Do you have any of those like Bible study moments that stood out to you?
Yeah, we did a couple series this year that were really fun, and I feel like you could see the connection the kids were making with them, which was really nice because sometimes you just see them zone out and they're like, whatever. But these ones were, they might not have enjoyed every minute of it, but you could see them catching on to things. We did a series on Psalm 23 where we did one verse a week, so it was 6 weeks long. Cool. And they got a challenge of memorizing one verse at a time, and then at the end, if they memorized them all, there was a ice cream involved. So that was really fun for them to have that goal. But I was impressed with how many of them memorized it.
Totally. And I know you guys did something with the Lord's Prayer too, because I found little like slips of the Lord's Prayer. You still found some of those? Totally, yeah.
Yes, we did a series on prayer too, and so we looked at all the different ways of praying from, what is tactile prayer look like, where you like with some people use rosary beads, or someone said they have a prayer pillow that they use, or journaling, or all these different ways of praying. And so then we also looked at the more scripted prayers or prayers that we find in scripture, and so we did the Lord's Prayer, and we played a game where I found as many translations of it that were different as I could. So there were some like very old English translations, and there's is it Gen Z translation of the Bible that's very bizarre.
Wow.
But we cut it up verse by verse and spread them around the room, and then they had to find a completed version, and then we read them out loud, and it was absolutely hilarious because it would go from thy whatever, and then it would be like yo God, what's up? You're like, this is so bizarre. Like
that's hilarious.
Yeah, it was hilarious, but it was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
And then you'd be reading some of them, and you'd be like, wait, they just repeated this verse, and you're like, oh, it didn't look like that when you looked at it the first time. But it was a lot of fun. Sorry, you had to find more strips of paper.
No, that's okay. I always kind of like it because I'm like, oh, I know what they did on Sunday.
Which strange shenanigans were happening in here.
Well, I think I remember you mentioning another thing you guys do is have like an anonymous question.
We do. It was
thing
sometimes utilized this year, but
sure.
We're working on it. So we do have a question box, and it's just a very beautiful box that Anna decorated for us, and just slips of paper that, if you have questions about anything, you can be anonymous. You can write down your questions, stick them in the box, and then the goal was that, if we had questions, we would answer them the next week and open those up to conversations and just, allow that to be a deeper like space for kids to really get answers for what they're thinking. We have a few of those, but most of them were silly questions, which is totally good,
which is fine too. But it's just this is the age, right, where it's like I don't want to ask a question in front of someone else.
And so it was a good way to be like, we don't have to know who asked this question, because 5 of you are probably thinking the same thing. And so
totally. Yep, that's really true.
So
what's your plan for the summer moving forward?
Yeah, so this summer we're trying something new, and instead of saying, we're going to try and do something once this summer and then everybody's gone and it's chaos, we're setting up every other Wednesday starting June 10th. We'll be doing something from 5:30 to 7, so a nice hour and a half window. We'll have 326 as our home base, but our goal is to like maybe go on a hike or maybe
branch
go
out.
paddleboarding or kayaking or something like that, play kickball, who knows, things like that, just to have that community still through the summer.
Right, that touch point.
And we're opening it up to incoming 6th graders as well. So if you have someone who's going to be going into middle school, it's a great time for them to, be in a more relaxed environment and meet other kids that they're going to see throughout the year and not...
Nice, that's awesome.
Yeah, take a little bit of that pressure away from it.
Yeah.
And then also we're opening it up through your incoming seniors as well. So...
Cool.
If there are high schoolers that just want to hang out and do something fun, they're bored, whatever. Just let everybody kind of get to know each other and play games, have fun, and just...
That's a great idea. Yeah. And then that kind of takes the pressure off of, like, who's going to be around in the summer?
Right.
When are we traveling?
Yeah.
When are we,
so, and then it's, activities where if, we get 3 kids, it's great. If we get 20 kids, awesome. We'll have things for them to do.
Yeah.
So
fun.
karaoke was also requested for one night, so we might figure that out too. So
and what was this, like, downtown scavenger hunt?
That was an option. Yeah. So we've got a lot of ideas, and on that note, we've started a band. But not the musical band, because I'm not. You don't want that. You don't want that from me. But we are starting a band, which, if you're not familiar, is a communication app. You don't have to have the app to do it, but it's a communication way to, keep the loops closed, so it's not open to the whole entire public, but just the people who want to know what they want to know. And so that's where we'll be posting, what we're doing when we're doing it, giving you all the heads up. And kids and parents can both be on there. And it is safe. A lot of groups in town I've heard have used it, so we're going to give it a shot.
Right, Grand Street uses that, right?
Yeah, Grand Street uses it. A few of the gymnastics teams in town I've heard also use it. So
awesome.
Yeah,
I think that's an awesome option, just to keep everyone on the same page. I have never heard of that. So
I hadn't either.
Think it sounds great.
Yeah, one of our parents actually told me about it, and I was like, oh, that's way easier to use and way better way of communicating information for lots of people.
And it also doesn't predicate upon someone needing a cell phone, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. You can do it from a computer, or mom and dad can do it, and just then they have all the info they need. You can sign your kids up so that they also see their information if they are, they do have phones and you want them to see that too. And it's all in a safe way, so it's not, you don't have to give out phone numbers if you don't want to, and that kind of thing. So it's a good way. And right now I think the best way to sign up for it is if you email me, my email, and which is Alissa@narratechurch.org. And then I can give you the link to sign up. So, because it is an invitation thing, you have to get the invite so that you're not just some random person showing up and
looking at the location and all that stuff.
But on that note, friends are always welcome too. I'd always love to add people to that. So
nice. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So logistics wise, if you want to know what's going on, sign up for the student band.
Yes.
Which is so funny that that's
I know. I love that.
Band communication group. And that will be, just email Alissa. And again, her address is Alissa, ALISSA, at narratechurch.org. And she'll give you the link for that. And then if you want to just join in the festivities, people are welcome, right?
Yeah. Any incoming 6th grader to senior this year or this summer, all of them are welcome. So we'd love to see new faces, familiar
a friend.
faces. Yes, bring friends. We're gonna have some fun. We'll try not to scare them away with the chaos. It'll be a good time. So, and we are doing it on Wednesdays so that you can still go camping on the weekends. So
that is a great plan. Yeah, your summer weekends are still free. Yeah, but you get to build some community and get ready for the school year.
Exactly.
It's awesome. So, anything else you wanna share?
Oh man, not that I can think of.
All right. It's going to be an awesome summer. Thanks for everything you do for our students.
Yeah. We'd love to be able to reach out to that group of our church because they're wonderful and fun and
Yep. And crazy and chaotic and awesome.
Yes, and I love it.
Thanks, Alissa.
Thank you.
If you'd like to learn more about Narrate Church, find us online at narratechurch.org.
You can also look us up on Facebook or Instagram. Thanks for listening.